Welcome to week 16 of the Mole Sisters with Elise and
Michaela. We are two sisters born with moles on our faces, and each week we discuss women in art and music history.
this week we are discussing Lili Boulanger.
Lily! So Lily was born Marie Juliette. That was her full first name. But she received the nickname Lily, and I'll get into the why behind that later. But anyway, we know her as Lily.
Okay.
Um, she was born August 21st, 1893, and she was a French composer and musician. She played lots of instruments.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so she's considered to be a neo-romantic composer, so like coming out of the romantic era,
Hmm.
but still heavily influenced by it. Um, and she's affiliated with the symbolist symbolist. That's probably the correct pronunciation. Um, and impressionist movements. So
Okay.
a little more on the modern side of things. Her family was considered to be middle class, and it was very musical. So her father was a composer. His name was Ernest Boulanger.
Hmm.
And her sister, older sister Nadia Boulanger, was also a composer.
I like that name.
Her her mother, I'm gonna totally butcher it because it's Russian. It's Raisa Ivanovna Myshetsky.
Oh, you just kept
We're gonna
going.
we're gonna I could probably add some more syllables and stuff if you want. So anyway, she was a Russian princess from St. Petersburg.
Oh,
Yeah,
was she
queen.
Anastasia?
No. um but that'd be kind of sick. So in 1877, she married Ernest, and he was her vocal teacher at the Conservatoire de Paris,
Oh.
or Paris,
Hmm.
Paris. So he was. I don't know exactly how much older he was than her, but he was a lot older than her. They
Okay.
had apparently met also in her hometown, or in their no, her hometown at some point before
Okay.
he was her teacher. So I guess it went back and there were sparks early on. This
Ew.
probably like 65-year-old man saw
Ugh.
a young lady and said, I like that. Anyway, all that aside, the age gap is weird, yes, but he seems like he was a good guy,
Okay.
based on the things that
That's
I
good at
have heard,
least.
so or read about. So he won the Prix de Rome, which was a very prestigious award for both artists and musicians. So it started with like sculptors and painters, and then later on, that was in like 1663 when it was founded,
Hmm.
and then later musicians, composers were included in that, and architecture and other art mediums.
Okay.
So there were different awards for those mediums of art, and it was essentially a scholarship that allowed the musician or artist to stay in Rome for 3 to 5 years, and that was at the expense of the state.
Oh.
So it was like an artist in residence basically for
Yeah.
Rome. And so that award was in place from 1663 until 1968.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess there were some protests in Rome about spending, and people wanted the spending to change. I don't fucking know. I think it's
Okay.
a shame because that sounds awesome, but
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, he won this very prestigious award and had that, you know, to his name.
Hmm.
So, by the time Lily was born, her father was 77 years old.
Oh.
I don't know if it was like a long marriage without children. I don't know if they got working fast. Like, who knows?
Just
Again, I
imagine
don't know.
doing that with a 77-year-old man.
I know. I know. I haven't actually looked up pictures of him. I should have looked more into him too, because whatever. But I wasn't as into the man.
Yeah,
Um, but
we know.
actually, hey, actually, I would say in the eyes of a straight person, I could kind of see it when he's older. He's like he's not ugly, just looking at a picture
Oh,
of him.
yeah.
But
He looks like the Pringles man
yeah,
with
kind of.
his
Yeah, he
mustache.
does. Actually, yeah, he does. So I kind of get it. I could see. But
You
anyway,
want to fuck the Pringles man?
ew, girl, you are talking to a lesbian right now. I don't know why
I
you would
mean,
think, but I get like I understand,
okay.
you know? Like I understand like that it wouldn't be disgusting because he looks clean, you know?
Yeah, I guess. You know what?
I
Now that
guess
you're
that's like
talking
the
about
bare
it,
minimum. Yeah, like he looks like a man that takes care of himself.
he does. His mustache
So,
is well trimmed and styled.
which is more than most 77-year-olds can say for themselves, I
Yes.
would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like,
Well, that's
yeah.
also they have the lead poisoning stare against them because they'll just stare at you with drool. Anyway, this guy was not like that. So Lily was super, super close with her father. And so her paternal grandfather was also a noted cellist. So the music kind of ran deep. So he was kind of a piece of shit, though, and abandoned the family. So
Mhm.
fun little side quip there. Her grandmother was a mezzo soprano, and her name was Marie Julia. No, Marie Julie, something like that. So Lily was named after her grandmother, but it was actually her grandmother's last name where the nickname Lily came from.
Oh.
So it was like Hilligan or something like that.
Oh.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Hilligan is probably so wrong. I forgot. I didn't write it down. But anyway, so that's where the nickname Lily came from. She was one of four children, but I wasn't able to find information about the fourth sibling. I don't know anything about that one. The oldest died in childhood,
Oh.
and then the second one was Nadia, the other one that was a composer.
Okay.
And then I literally nothing that I read was about any other sibling, but I think there was probably a younger one.
Okay.
Um so when Nadia was 6 years old, that was when Lily was born.
Mhm.
Her parents basically sat her down and were like, "You are responsible for the welfare of your sister," and
Oh.
basically told her that they viewed her as an adult because she made it to the age of
At
6.
6? Man, I knew they didn't
And
live long then, but 6 years old.
I know, I know.
They're like, gotta pay your taxes. You're 6.
You're like, cough up your rent. Where's your rent money? We're waiting on it. Yeah, so crazy. But this 6-year-old girl was like, yeah, that sounds about right, and was instantly parentified and took that responsibility to heart and really was like a strong supporter in Lily's life.
Okay.
And she had a lot of influence in her work as well.
Mm.
But it was just, I don't know, it's hilarious that she was 6 years
Is
old.
that
Like,
what mom and dad did to you? They're like, you're 6
I
now. Your
don't
sister
remember.
is
Like,
your child.
you are responsible for your sister. She is your sole responsibility. If she dies, it's on you.
I feel like you did
Crazy.
have a huge hand in raising me, though. Like, it was. I feel like you taught me a lot more than mom and dad ever did.
The good and the bad.
Yes. It was
Yeah,
life skills.
I think I educated you on the ways of the world, and mom and dad educated you on how to be a good person.
Yeah. You kept me grounded for sure.
I humbled you. So back to Lily. So even when she was a toddler, it was pretty apparent that she had a pretty strong sense of musicality.
Okay.
So she would sing melodies by ear, and she also learned how to read sheet music before she learned the alphabet.
That's insane. Oh
Yeah.
my
So
God.
it's actually super cool here. So Gabriel Fauré, who is a French composer,
Uh-huh.
and I like his work is he's a very well-known composer, and I've played several of his pieces, and I always love playing his pieces. They're exhausting to play because it's a lot of like sustained notes and whatever.
Okay.
Um, I think that wait, I'm trying to think of the last one I did. It was like uh it was some choral whatever. Anyway, I like Foray, and he was a close family friend.
Oh.
So he observed that she had absolute pitch. So,
Oh. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, or perfect pitch, if you whatever.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Lily was very sickly as a child, though. So she contracted bronchial pneumonia at the age of 2, and
Oh.
it really weakened her immune system and caused it was just a chronic illness that she had. And this bronchial pneumonia lasted until she was like 16 years old.
Oh my
Like it would
God.
just like come and go, and she was just incessant.
That
So,
is so miserable. Like,
right? Can you imagine? Like it ain't breezy being wheezy, and that's coming from someone with just asthma. But like if
uh-huh.
I had asthma and bronchial pneumonia, which I'm assuming she probably had asthma as a result, like holy fuck.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that sounds
Just can't
awful.
do anything ever.
Yeah. So Lily's father, Ernest, he died in 1900 in Brussels, and it really had this like profound impact on the family. And it's believed that really set the tone for a lot of Lily's work in her life, like the
Okay.
compositions.
Mm.
And well, because she was only what year did I say she was born? In 1893. She was only 7 years old when he died.
Oh.
So like old enough to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So anyway, and she loved him. She was very close with her father.
Okay.
So she often went along with her sister Nadia um, to classes, and she was going to the Paris. Gosh, now I'm all over the place. Paris Conservatoire. Sorry.
Okay.
And so as she was following her sister to these classes, she started auditing some classes as like I think she was like 10 years old or something like that. Like she was pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
And she was taking these classes on music theory. She studied organ with Louis Vierne, who I can't say I know anything about, but I'm gonna drop a bunch of names and maybe it will resonate with CJ who listens so diligently. Um, so name dropping here. I don't really know any of these people, but I believe that they were, respected in their own right. So she sang and played piano, violin, cello, and harp.
Oh my God.
Her
At 10?
teachers and yeah, well, she was very young. So
Okay.
she was, who knows how long, but yeah. Her teachers included Marcel Tournier, Alphonse Hasselmans for harp, and then Helene Chaumont, and on piano, Fernand Lugwin. Lugwin? I don't know. Anyway, she was I'm really good at this pronunciation thing. So she was barred from working on her studies because of her pneumonia, and that lasted from um, then 6 through 16. So
Oh.
she was just like sick with bronchitis/pneumonia all the time.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
So
sad.
yeah. So I'm sure, I guess it wasn't just bronchitis that she was getting. The bronchitis probably turned into pneumonia all the time.
Yeah.
Um, so after a long time of waiting, she was able to study harmony with Paul Vital, harmony with George Quasad. Quasad? I don't know,
Croissant?
and composition with Paul Croissant, with Paul Vidal.
Okay.
So, she was able uh, to at least study at some point. It was just a long time because she was so
Yeah.
sickly.
And what kind of a
So
childhood is that? Like,
I know
those are such formative years, and
she was
she was just
probably
in
such like
bed.
she was just like a sickly child, like composing shit in her head all the time,
Yeah.
practicing violin in her room. Like I just can picture the scene in her like white nightgown,
Hmm.
and yeah, little bonnet or something. I don't know. Um, so Nadia, her sister, she was trying to win the Prix de Rome
Okay.
after because of their father's victory. So in 1912, Lily entered the competition too because she was inspired by her sister.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, during her performance of her cantata, which was Maya, she collapsed from being sick.
Oh.
And so she did return the following year when she was 18. She composed the cantata Faust at Helene. It was a libretto uh, to a libretto by Eugene Adonis. So she didn't write the words.
Okay.
Um, but it was based on um, the story of Faust,
Okay.
um, which is it's a tragic play.
Hmm.
Um, so and it actually Faust was a pretty controversial play too, which was interesting. But anyway, so she actually became the first woman ever to win that prize, like win first
Oh,
place.
wait,
Yeah,
Lily won?
Lily won.
I
Yes, with
bet
her.
Nadia was so mad. Well, you would get mad at me when I would call her the same thing as you. You're like, you're
Yeah, actually
copying me.
though, like why are you using the same color as me? No. Um, Yeah, so it's just pretty impressive. So it was that piece or that work, Faust at Helene, was performed various times during her lifetime, which is pretty impressive. Just
Mm.
the fact that there was public performance given to work done by a woman, but also crazy that the first time in 1912 is
Yes.
the first time in over 300, well, not over, in like close to 300 years
Yes.
that a woman finally wins it.
Yep. Well,
God,
think about there's
ridiculous.
been no women president ever.
That's true, but that's longer than the United States has been a
Yeah.
country,
Yeah.
which is also crazy. But
Well, I mean,
um,
as humanity gets more intelligent, we understand that women are actually human beings. You know? It's taken us this long.
people were like, "Oh wait, they also have feelings and free thought." Yeah, crazy. So she ended up so she had her residency at the Villa Medici. So she accepted a contract with the music publisher Ricordi, who published her cantata. So she was
Okay.
a published composer. Um, while Nadia was very proud of her sister, she gave up on her aspirations
Oh.
for the Prix de Rome after 4 unsuccessful attempts.
Oh.
She did win second prize though in 1908, so she
Okay.
got pretty close.
Yeah.
Um, so she instead focused on her role as um, assistant in some Henri Dallier's organ class. So, and this was at the Paris Conservatoire, um, or conservatory. I'll just, whatever. I'll make it English because I'm pronouncing everything so horribly. So, Foray was the director of the institution, and he was very impressed by the talent of Lily.
Okay.
It also helped that he was a family friend, but he would frequently bring her songs in for to be read at the school.
Oh.
So academics then revised her compositions,
Hmm.
and they would always note her colorful harmony, her instrumentation, and her skillful text setting. So she was kind of, hitting all the main points. She was good
Yeah.
at everything. So, according to Caroline Potter, who fuck if I know who that lady is, but she wrote it somewhere, so this quote is there. um I'm really good at with the sources thing. So the two sisters were both influenced by Debussy, and it appears they had similar
Debussy?
literary tastes. No, uh, similar literary tastes to the elder composer.
Okay.
Both sisters set poems by Maurice Maeterlinck, who was the author of the play Pelleas and Melisande, and also of Princess Melaine.
You're
I'm
doing
so sorry
so
for that.
well. I know we're
Yeah.
offending a lot of people.
I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just stop talking. I don't know why I insisted on putting all the names in here because that was really my downfall, and then not looking up how to pronounce a single one. It adds to the character. So anyway, in February of 1916, Maeterlinck authorized Lili. This is still the quote, by the way. I haven't finished. He authorized Lili to set the latter play as an opera. So this is the Princess Melaine. Allegedly, Lili had almost completed the opera before her death, though only the short score of Act 1, Scene 2, two versions of the libretto, and a sketchbook have survived. So, not much. In 1915, the sisters created the Franco-American Committee of the Conservatory to help connect students and alumni of the Paris Conservatory. And they did this by writing letters and exchanging packages.
Oh.
And it kind of began as a small exchange of letters between Lili and some of her closest colleagues, trusted people. It quickly grew into a regular gazette, though. Like, it was just a regular thing.
Okay.
So with Nadia, she then founded and served as secretary of the Gazette des Classes de Composition du Conservatoire under the patronage of Whitney Warren, which Whitney Warren was an architect and was one of the most prolific architects in the U.S. So, anyway. So the Gazette began as a circular letter, which was where they would talk with different conservatory musicians and regularly write into the committee to be sent back out as a newsletter.
Okay.
So it's just like their work was shared with one another. It initially started with 51 responses in October of 1915 and was published as its first issue the following month. They included all the members, even those who failed to respond, in alphabetical order with their letters listed. It was illustrated by Jacques Desbot-Pensant. The Gazette ended in 1918, and that was because Boulanger died. So during its lifetime, there were over 1,600 letters from 316 students and graduates.
Wow.
And that was 12 issues in total for the Gazette. They actually were only recently published, and the final never made public.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So Lili was very fond of traveling, and she completed several works in Italy after winning the Prix de Rome. Sorry, I need to say that again. I lost my train of thought in the middle of what I was saying. Okay, so although she was fond of traveling and was done with a lot of works in Italy and had the free time to do so, she was unhealthy and her declining health forced her to return home.
Oh.
So she and her sister then organized efforts to help support the French soldiers during World War One. So in her final years, she was very musically productive as she worked really hard to complete as many pieces as she could. She just finished or failed to finish the opera that the Princess Malène,
Yeah.
which she had started writing in 1916. So because of her recurring illnesses, which began with the childhood bronchitis / pneumonia,
Mhm.
it actually culminated in intestinal tuberculosis,
Ooh.
which I didn't even know that was a thing, but that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Maybe, is that different? Like, isn't tuberculosis the lungs?
I actually
I thought
don't
it
know.
was. Yeah, I think it
Um,
is. Yes, confirmed. So it's usually lungs, but this is more rare,
in the
whatever.
intestines. So was she just
Yeah.
shitting herself all the time?
Well, so she also was believed to have Crohn's disease. So
Oh.
yes.
Oh,
And
that poor
that
girl. They didn't have
Crohn's
toilets.
disease. I think they did in the early 1900s.
Yeah, you're probably right. I was thinking back to the war starting in the
The
1600s.
toilet was invented in the last 50 years, right?
When was
No,
the toilet invented?
girl, I don't know, but they for sure had toilets.
Let me look it up. And
It was like she was born in 1893.
yeah, it was the late 18th century. Oh,
So like
yeah.
like
So the mid
1780s.
1800s is when they had like a flushing toilet.
Okay, so definitely was around when she was alive.
Okay, well
Thank
that's
goodness
good.
for her
And her
exploding into
family.
that poor girl. She was probably fighting for her. Well, I mean, she was fighting for her life at a certain point. So rest in peace, Lily. So she ended up dying at the age of 20. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing as I'm saying that. That's so bad. She ended up dying at the age of 24
Oh.
on March 15th of 1918 because of all of these sicknesses, which is
Wait,
sad.
she was born 18. I thought you said 38.
1893.
Oh, where did I get the 1838 from?
Probably her dad. Something with her
Oh, okay,
dad.
okay. Yeah, damn,
He won
she lived as
1835.
long as
He
I
won the thing.
did. That's crazy.
Yeah, as long as you did.
I'm talking about a past life now. Oh.
You're like, I am Lily. I
I'm
feel
like
like we
saying
could
that,
be
like,
Lily and Nadia.
We could.
I feel like we could be Lily and Nadia reincarnate because low key, it kind of makes sense.
It does make
Except
sense.
I do not have perfect pitch, nor do I
Yeah,
have
no.
the composition skills.
We're we're Nadia and
We're-
Lily after going through the washing machine a few times.
Yeah,
We come
we're
out
like
all
the
busted.
Walmart brand. We're like the Walmart brand, Nadia and Lily. Great value, if you will. But we're still serving.
Yeah.
We're having
And
a good
you're
time.
definitely more musically inclined as the older sister, so the
Well,
Nadia versus
they created a gazette. We created a podcast that no one listens to. So
Well, actually, one of our videos is up to 3 listens. So
wow. we, we are just taking off. This is what it feels like to make it to the top.
My life
I
is
can't believe-
over. I think like I've achieved everything I needed to.
Like, I'm just gonna retire early. This is sustainable. Anyway, I'm not done with Lily.
Okay.
So, after her requiem mass, she was buried at the Montmartre. Mantra. I don't know how to say anything.
Okay. Just say it
Okay,
louder.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just say it the way it looks with my horrible English or American accent. Montmartre Cemetery.
I
It's
still have no
probably
idea what you're talking about. But
Anyway, it's a cemetery in Paris. Okay. I just have the name because maybe we could go sometime.
okay, sure.
That should be our one of our trips sometime. It's just taking a trip around the world, just visiting people's graves.
It's kind of depressing.
Like all these women that we were talking about, it's kind of cool.
That's true. To walk in their footsteps and
Yeah.
yeah.
Be like, oh my God, Lily was walking right here, and she probably shat her pants too. So sorry, Lily. No disrespect. I've also shat my pants before. It happens.
I think everyone has. If you haven't, it's bound to happen. So
if you haven't, you're lying. There's no one in the lie.
I don't know. CJ said that he has never shit his pants.
I don't believe it.
I told him it's going to happen, and when it does, I'm laughing so hard. Although he's also ripped his pants. A blowout up his back.
Yeah.
That doesn't even happen when I'm shitting on the door.
Well, that's because you have a direct down. The blowouts happen because there's so much volume it can't be contained.
We just lost our 3 listeners. Oh God.
Sorry. When it really comes down to it, poop and fart jokes are funny, okay? And if you don't think they're funny, we can't be friends, okay? This is coming from someone raised on Shrek, and Shrek is my life, okay? And Shrek farts and burps and shits, and it's funny. Anyway, so in Lily's work, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about her work now that we're off the shit tangent. So Foray and Debussy can really be heard in the works of hers.
Okay.
And her work often reflected feelings of like loneliness, solitude, alienation, and it kind of revealed her struggles with depression and loneliness caused by her long-term illness.
Right.
Because she was just stuck at home pooping all the time. That poor thing. That poor thing. I just feel so bad for her because I know what that's like. I'm an IBS girly.
Yeah, same.
Okay?
It just
They thought I had Crohn's disease.
That just and she like was holed up in her house. Like
Yes.
all the time. Didn't get to meet friends. Ugh.
Yep. So in March of 1939, with the help of some of her American friends, Nadia created the Lili Boulanger Memorial Fund, and it was curated by the University of Massachusetts, Boston.
Oh.
So the fund has 2 objectives. It's to perpetuate her music and memory and to financially support talented musicians. There are no applications for the competition. It's a list of candidates produced by a group of nominators, and they're selected each year by the board of trustees.
Okay.
So each nominator proposes a candidate for the prize. In April of 1965, the Friends of Lili Boulanger Association was created in Paris. It later became the Nadia and Lili Boulanger International Center. And that was in 2009 when it became that. So they both got honored. And then Joy Leilani Garbut and Laura Colgate, 2 musicians from DC, founded the Boulanger Initiative in 2018 to support music composed by women in honor of the 2 sisters. And also, the asteroid 1181 Lilith was named in honor of her.
Oh.
So she has an asteroid named after her. Yeah, so that's Lily. I think she was pretty badass for her first 24 years of life, and that her legacy has lived on in such a way.
Mhm.
It's just so sad that
Yeah.
she only lived. But like, if you look at pictures, you can see
Yeah.
that she definitely was struggling with her health through it. She just has the look of
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
for her life.
Oh, so
But
sad.
yeah, but she was a great composer
Mhm.
and a great musician, and I'm jealous that she was friends with Foray. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking about Lily and Nadia. I feel like it's both of them that.
yeah, it kind of was about both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Love.
course. It was
Love
so
a
fun. It was actually fun.
sister duo.
Sisters,
Sisters.
sisters, never
Sisters.
were there such devoted
We need
sisters.
to get those matching dresses.
The thought of me wearing a dress now is so hilarious because I don't have boobs to hold them up.
No, and
It would
just
just
you
like
wearing a dress. I don't know. Like you're
I
dressing in
feel like
drag.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say I feel like I'd look like a drag queen if I wore a dress.
Yeah.
And if I wore makeup, forget about it. Any amount of makeup makes me look like a drag queen.
Maybe we should do it. Like maybe
I think
for
I should go full.
Halloween.
I should do like a yeah, I think it should be a day I go to work so that my students can see me in full glam, and then we'll have protesters outside the school cuz they let in a drag queen.
No, wait, I'm just a woman. I decided to dress up today.
Be like, "I'm a lady." I just wanted to wear some makeup after a several year hiatus.
I feel like they would be kind of embarrassed. They'd be like, "Oh, we thought you were a man."
It would be funny.
Yeah.
My bosses would nip that in the bud so fast because they know, but
Yeah.
so good. The parents, oh, we heard there's a drag queen in there. It's just Michaela wearing some mascara.
No, because actually, when you were tried to wear like eyeliner in like middle school, and Grandma said you looked like Cleopatra.
Yes, I was never good at putting makeup on, and honestly, I did look like Cleopatra. She wasn't wrong. I was so offended in the moment.
Was it
but
just you
she
put it
was
on
not.
so thick, or what?
I put it on both the top and bottom.
Why'd you put it on the bottom?
That was the thing. That was a thing. But like the girls would just put it in like the waterline.
Oh, okay. That I can understand, but you have to have it
Yeah.
for a specific look.
Yes. Well, and I would go for the waterline, but then I'd probably fuck it up and then had to like go thicker, you know? It's like so
Yeah.
eventually I did look like fucking Cleopatra. I don't think I ever tried to do like a wing. I think I knew my limits. I think I knew don't even go like try because that's hilarious and laughable. But yeah.
I feel like I kind of remember that now because that was the phase when you had those like headbands that were like the it was like elastic foam kind of.
Yeah.
And like it was like one use.
Sports wrap. It was sports wrap. Yeah.
Was it supposed to be used for a headband?
No. It was supposed to be used to be wrapped around your arm or your leg.
That is insane that was a trend.
I feel like it's still well, maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't know why that was a trend. Probably because you could do the multicolors.
Yeah, maybe. Because I thought that was specifically for headbands.
Those got gross.
Yeah, well, you were only supposed to use it once and then you had to throw it away. I was so confused. I'm like, headbands you're supposed to reuse.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, you wore it once because by the end of a basketball game, I would wring that shit out.
Ugh. Oh, yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, it was gross. Yeah, and mine would always roll up on my head. Like some of the girls
Yeah.
could get it so that it would like
Stay
it almost
flat.
looked like yeah, it would stay flat and mine rolled up. I looked so stupid. And
Yeah.
then I also had a sweaty butt, so I sweat through my shorts.
Yep. In basketball games, because I remember pointing out to Dad from the bleachers. But it's okay.
Listen.
I have a sweaty butt too. I think it's just
I have such
our
a sweaty-
family.
It's also just like such a normal thing, but the color of those shorts did not help
No.
because
they were like bright
maroon.
red. Oh yeah,
They were maroon.
Bright red was the other school.
Thank you for listening to week 16 of the Mole Sisters. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or Spotify.
And tune in next week. I will be discussing American painter Margaret Keane.
Bye!